What's up, guys? So I'm back. I don't know if you've seen either on Instagram, I'd say I ended up doing a door card on that side. My finger on that side. So it's not perfect. Obviously, I kind of just winged it, but I guess the time has come to do the passenger side. So originally, and I guess disclaimer, if you have a nice I guess interior, doors work up good and whatever, don't fuck up your doors. So the reason why I went with that was because my handle had broken. I had put a screw, and I guess it ended up making a crack on the trim. Well, I don't know if you've seen other videos, but this is actually one piece and another piece, and then this is another piece and another piece. I mean, it's pretty much a series of pieces, and I don't know if the door was previously broken or if I just ended up breaking it or more when I took it off to do the upholstery or whatever. But I feel it's weird having two different ones, so I'm just gonna send it with this one. And I thought I'd do a tutorial to help you guys out. So obviously the first step is removing this door. All right, our door panel is out. As you can see, I ended up pushing this out. So I don't know if I want to keep it on a door card. I didn't on that one because I wanted to do the little jet tag race your car status. So you have to pull it to undo it. But this looks kind of clean. I mean, you just it works the same way. You just gotta pull the lever and it'll unlock the door. So I'm gonna be attempting this with this sheet metal right here. The other one, I forgot where I got it, but yeah, I went ahead and picked this one up at my local hardware store. I believe it's 3 by 5 feet. I don't know, laser gravity measure. But anyways, put your door panel in here. Make sure obviously that's inside the sheet metal. So I'm leaving this little corner that goes up. I'm leaving it out because I do want it just straight. Yeah, just mark it up. Grab your grinder or Dremel. I would suggest a grinder because it's faster, but whatever floats your boat. Cut it up. Then after you cut it, it's up to you if you want to trace this right here so you can put your the OEM handle, or if you just want to block it off like I did. So that's that. And there it is. Just one thing before I mount it up in the car. I just remember that the speaker goes right here, and you could either, since it's thin, you could either curve it and go around the speaker, but it may sound like shit because the speaker is gonna vibrate. So what I did end up doing on the other side was actually cut out the outline of the speaker. I'm kind of lazy to go back to the car. But pretty much, I did cut out, because this sits like right over the speaker. I mean, depending on if you have OEM speakers or whatever, like the actual size, you're good. But I do have some that are a little bit bigger, so they probably match up like the outline. So I just went ahead and cut like around this much just to be safe. All right, guys, as you can see, that's how much I cut. Well, roughly. I don't know if it's perfectly aligned, but yeah, that should definitely give me enough clearance for my thing. So next step, it's up to you guys, like I said, to trace out the hole to mount the OEM handle level thing, or if you just want to mount it up like that, just drill holes and fish. Yeah, I'm black. Well, on camera I look all dark. Anyways, yeah, if you want to drill out 2 holes, that way you can put your cables through there. It's up to you what you use. I'm just using good old self-tapper screws. This is a 1/2 inch. I'd suggest don't go anything bigger than this, because I mean potentially you could run the risk of well, scratching up your glass when you go up and down, or might not even clear. So just gonna add like maybe 1, 2, 3, just to kind of have this hold in place. Then I'll do my final markings. I believe I'm gonna be adding the control switch not on the factory location, because I don't, for clearing purposes, I'm just gonna have to be adding it down here. But I'll go more in depth to that. Alright guys, so I just added 1 and 2 just to be hands-free. We'll probably have a little lip on the bottom, so go ahead and trim that, because otherwise you might scratch like your door when you're going in and out or opening it and whatever. I try to raise it up higher. I mean, I don't mind the lip on the top. Eventually I'll cut it, and then these you can actually like bend them, which I did on the other side, and then right here add a screw right there and you should be fine. Or if you want to chop it, up to you. As you can see, I clear just enough. I mean, I could probably still cut a little more, but I think that should do it. So yeah, I guess now I'm gonna just go behind, fish for my cables right here.
2 hours later.
Alright guys, so as you can see, they're right here. For some reason they seem a little shorter than the other side. What you want to expose, I mean, could either be just the actual wire, but I mean it has to be big enough to fish this little thing. But I don't know if you want to just either just have the little wires hanging out. I do have probably this much sticking out. I don't mind it, but if you want to flush like a flush jet tag just hanging out, I would cut just a slit. I would cut just a slit, just enough to like expose this like this, kind of like that. Just cut the slit so you can feed the jet tag out, and that way you can just slide it, like my thumb being the jet tag, and you can just slide it like that. Requires some fine tweaking, whatever. I just slammed the door and I noticed it created a little indentation here, so I just forced a screw right there. And I'm gonna screw another one over here. I just don't want to do it yet and strip that area. So just to give you guys a test with just those few properly positioned screws. You don't hear no screeching, so that's good. All right, so now I just realized I don't have my drill with me, so I'm just gonna resort to cutting a little slit. I'm gonna use my grinder, cut a little slit, and feed the cable through there. Around here is where I have a hole, so that's where I'm gonna put my controller. So I mean, yeah, it's a little low on the door, but I mean, I hardly ever have a passenger, and if I do, well, they'll have to kind of reach down to there. Something impossible. Yeah, I took into consideration I have the door, but it should sit right around here, so I'm sure they can squeeze their hand through there. Alright guys, so everything's ready to be bolted up. As you can see, I ended up just cutting a little small square. I used the factory little brackets I had or ear things on the side, and that bottom one. So I mean, if I push hard enough, it might be able to fall back, but no one's gonna be pushing that far. I mean, as long as they could withstand that much, it should be good. So now, moment of truth. Let's see if let's see if it clears. There we go. Alright guys, so that's good. So now we're gonna bolt everything up. That's how it looks. doesn't look too bad. I mean, yeah, it looks a little plain. So, I mean, you could either sticker bomb it, hydro dip it, or wrap it in like carbon fiber. I'd say 5D is probably the most realistic one. But I'll probably do like a comic inspired wrap on it. But yeah, guys, overall, I mean, I think it'll come out pretty nice. So obviously, I would suggest doing it first, like doing the holes and everything, then dressed it up. All right, guys, so that's gonna be a wrap for the tutorial. Just some announcements. I added some Wicked Boys to the roster, so we do have an 8.6. I forgot what year. We're also a Corolla. We do got my friend's Miata, some of his Pizza trucks, also some Subis, WRX, STI, and also an EP3. So you'll probably be seeing them more on the channel. I mean, probably doing some pulls, trips to Mexico, and also some tuning. That way I can give my more exposure to my tuner. He mostly does Hondas, but I mean, he might be willing to work with you if you have another vehicle. I mean, I'll put the link in the description. It's a Anatune. Just mention Chrisosaurus or the Wicked Garage channel. I'll send you to him, and he'll be sure to big time hook it up. I don't win anything. I'm just helping him out. And yeah, guys, stay wicked.